10 minutes. Instructor meeting in 10 minutes between the buildings. Instructors, 10 minutes between the buildings.
Hello, Zoomer Racing. I am at Summit Point. I just checked in, got through tech and registered, got my wristbands. I'm now waiting for the all hands meeting. Everything is going smooth so far. I got my long sleeve shirt to not get burned. Today is going to be very hot, so looking forward to this event. Yeah, looking forward to doing a proper HPDE here with the paget pads as well. So yeah, everything is good so far. As we progress through the sessions, I'll update and record more stuff. Yeah, I just want to say it's super convenient to have this microphone, to have much better audio quality. Hopefully I can figure out a way in the future to use this, put my camera up here instead of my GoPro and mount this to the back and get some nice exhaust sound. For the morning, the weather is perfect, but later it's gonna get 85 degrees and it's going to be very nasty. The car is gonna heat soak like crazy as well. It's gonna cut power. Hopefully I'll record a lot of the data and see how bad are the intake air temperatures, when I'm lapping. Because of course when you're doing track cross, it's really bad because I'm idling while I'm waiting, because like autocross, I'm idling and waiting for my turn. So hopefully in an HPD format where I'm moving at speed and mostly have air flowing through, shouldn't be too bad. So anyways, let's get the day started. Boy, have there been some updates. I'm not gonna say I forgot, but I didn't have a chance to record any more clips after the HPDE. Even during HPDE, I recorded after maybe the driver's meeting. After that, things got a little bit overwhelming for me. One, it's my first HPDE I've done in some time. Last one I did was in November 2019. So it's been some time, and also there were some minor troubles with the car. So I had to kind of focus on other stuff and just kind of getting used to Summit Main and the event schedule, and also just had my coworker there with me, so just talking and stuff. So I kind of didn't record some of this stuff. So I just wanted to kind of go over, do an event recap. Right now all the videos are processing. Each HPDE session is taking about an hour and a half to process, because our GoPro splits videos into 6-minute clips. Even if it's a 30-minute video, it'll be 5 clips of 6 minutes. So right now they're all being stitched together and they're being processed. I'm using both my desktop and my laptop at the same time to kind of process them in parallel. Once they're all stitched together, I'll put them on race render and overlay the data. So there were also some glitches that are happening. For some reason my phone forgot the OBD2 dongle. I was at the grid for the first session. I have my GoPro ready, my phone is up, Track Addict is up, but for some reason OBD2 data is not coming through. And then I realized that the phone just decided to forget it. And at that time the UI of the phone was glitching and it was freezing. So I was you know what, the first session will be just no data, just video. It doesn't matter, it's the first session of the day anyway, it's not important. Usually have just data just to look at it, mostly, especially if it's the first session. But it's also to compare how have I improved, in this corner, how much speed did I carry. So all those little different things kind of help me. But I was you know what, never mind, I'm already on grid, we have to move and continue. So first video is being uploaded to, I think it's already uploaded to YouTube. I'll make it public when it's ready. For now, it's just gonna sit there. It's a gigantic 48 gig file, so I'm probably gonna create a smaller version of it and then just keep it on my NAS and just remove the files. So other sessions are gonna just have the whole race render, the whole overlay with the best lap and all the laps and everything. So, and once I know, I know which laps are the best from each session. I'm gonna get the best one that I have on video and overlay that. Also, the last session of the day, I set my fastest time. Unfortunately, I didn't record the video. I forgot to click record on the GoPro. My GoPro was running the whole time, but just not recording a video. I have a long USB-C cable going from the car's USB port to the GoPro. So it was being charged and it was on the whole time. It's just never recorded. So I just forgot to click. And that session, I was my fastest times. I improved a lot and it was fun. It was the intermediate group with the instructor with advanced passing rules. So anywhere to pass with the point by. So it was fun to do. I really enjoyed that session, being able to just point by like GT500s and, you know, Corvettes and Camaros mid-corner and just let them go right before the straight. It feels good so that they have a good time. So other than that, I've had some minor issues. The intercooler pipe, the hot side, popped off for some reason. So that was really annoying because one of my sessions, you'll see it on video. Hopefully I can overlay it in this video. When I was getting on the gas every time, there was this weird hissing sound coming from the kind of like the front end of the engine, and it's all connected to the throttle. And I kind of knew right away that there's something, like, because I lost power. The people that I overtook, like that I got a point by from, they were catching up to me. It was hilarious, and I realized that I'm just like running less power because there's a boost leak. There's some kind of an air leak that's going into the intercooler after the turbo. Like, I finished the session, I come in, and then I see from the top that the hose is like kind of shifted from its place, and I managed to open the bottom and try to push it back in. The clamp has some kind of a cap on it, so it wasn't easy to take it out. While it's on there tight, I just put a zip tie for now just to kind of keep it in place. So that lasted me for the next session. If you look on one of my sessions, I come out into a hot track because I didn't have time to finish it. So I just zip tied it and I went, and like a couple of laps or 3-4 laps of just pushing, it again started making the hissing noise. I guess it popped off, and then it eventually, I decided to continue pushing, just continue driving. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? Like if I'm losing power, I'll just rather do the laps. I think the hose completely popped off. So every time I press on the gas and the car goes into boost, there's nothing is going on. So I just kind of limped the car back into the paddock. I let the car cool down and then opened it up. Since the whole pipe completely came off, I was able to kind of turn it and loosen the clamp, and then just completely just put it back in and then tighten it. I couldn't figure out how to take off the cap. Like, I was there, it was hot, it was like 85 degrees. I got heat stroke in the end, and it was a struggle to kind of keep up. That's why I didn't record much, because I was just like not in a physical condition. Not because of the driving, but just like being under the sun. I think I was under the car like 2 or 3 times under the sun, just trying to figure it out. So I managed to tighten it nicely. It's back on, and last 2 sessions, the last one that I have on video, which the session got black flagged because we were doing the advanced passing rule, but the flaggers weren't notified, so they just like black flagged the session because they were like, oh, the intermediates are, you know, passing in the, you know, middle of turns. What the hell, right? Because like me and my friend, my coworker, and my another friend, we were giving point buys into each other, like coming into turns and everything, and entering turns like side by side. It was very fun. That session, no issues, no problems with the intercooler. Same with the last session. Set my best time. Even it was super hot. I was feeling nauseous already, like towards the end, so I still kind of pushed through. I didn't want to just kind of back out of the last session. I decided to just kind of do all the sessions and get both my money's worth and just kind of like get the seat time, because I've been kind of dying to have some HPDE, so it was nice to have some seat time. So since I removed the heat shield, the dust shield behind the rotor, that caused some issues with the brake lines. The rubber on the stainless steel brake lines melted. That one was a little bit concerning, but it didn't go too far. So the first session I was kind of like learning and figuring things out, so I guess I braked a little too hard or too aggressive. Other sessions I kind of backed it off, didn't brake as hard, and moved back my braking zone just to kind of not do more damage. I already wrapped up one side with the heat shield. There's a video on me doing the heat wrapping of the rubber boots and the rubber ball joints to protect them from the heat, because these pads are very high friction. They generate a lot of heat, so they stop well, but it's also just generating a lot of heat. And just to kind of protect all the other stuff, I wrapped them. Good thing I wrapped the ABS cable as well. That one was fine. For some reason I thought the brake line would be okay, but nope, it wasn't going to be okay. So I'm just going to be wrapping the nylon or the Teflon lining inside is still intact. It's all fine. There's no leakage or anything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wrap it with the, you know, heat reflective film and just call it a day. So there's one thing that like I've had issues for some time now with my brakes, where I put some anti-seize when I originally installed the pads. Made a huge mistake, and when I was bedding the pads in, if you look at my video, you can see like the whole rotor is glowing when I'm braking, or at least like it's not the whole rotor is getting hot. This was because like the inner part had anti-seize and it contaminated the pads. Also the rotors, I cleaned them multiple times with sandpaper and like wire brushes and everything. It helped a little bit, but it's still there. It didn't clean it enough, I guess. So I ordered some more sandpaper. For now, that side I put the stock rotors and pads. I'm gonna do this side as well. Yeah, so that's the unfortunate part. The thing is, the brakes still worked. I was still, getting into ABS. I chunked sidewall of one of the tires because I think it was just delaminated. I was pushing hard in some turns. I was getting a little too much speed. Hindsight 2020, I should have probably not pushed that hard, but I was trying to kind of see like what speeds I could do and what are the limitations. I'm the type of a person who will push the car to see where the limits are, and then I'll back off. So like the first session, I was kind of like overdriving the car, pushing, understeering, and in other sessions, I already started cleaning up my lines and lifting in correct places and letting the car rotate. And then in the last session, I decided to push. So I decided to see one of the laps where I was, I think, overtaking someone, and we were both like right at the braking marker, and I had to brake I wanted to brake just a little bit later. I didn't want to do my safe braking not late, but early braking as I'm passing. I wanted to just brake where I would have like braked on a fast lap. So I braked harder to be able to stop, and I saw my lap time like drop by like a second almost or more because of the braking, more effective braking. Because the way I was doing before is that I was holding like a more constant pressure throughout the braking zone to like not have crazy amount of force and then to not overheat the brakes too much. So I was just like kind of trying to manage the brakes. So this caused, because of that, my lap times were longer, but like since I started braking later, my lap times were coming down, so then I started pushing a little bit more. So I think some turns I either I don't know, maybe subconsciously I see a faster car coming behind. I don't want to like slow them down too much, so I'll like carry a little too much speed into a certain turn. So because of that, the driver's side has like a little chunk missing. So I will probably be putting that tire to the rear and put it to like a less dominant side for next track cross. It's going to be at Summit Point Shenandoah circuit. So depending on the layouts, I'll put it in the rear, and I put a little bit extra higher pressure in the rear. It'll make the car more oversteery, but that will also make it sure that I'm not riding on the sidewall. I'm more on the inside of the tire. Other than that, I mean, these tires are mostly done. I still have tread left on them, but like the sidewalls and everything else is like not safe anymore. I don't have any HPDs left. I was going to do one for May 22nd and 23rd, but I canceled it because of this, because I just don't want to spend money yet for new tires, because I'm not sure what size to go. I have to buy new wheels. For now, I was thinking about using my winter wheels and slapping 200 treadwear tires on them, which would be pretty much the same size, same width as these tires, but just stickier. Have a better experience on track so that I can utilize the grip of the car, grip of the brakes, because these brakes are very aggressive, so I can stop better. So yeah, so that's the recap of the HPDE. Sorry I don't have any good videos. I have some photos that I bought, but other than that, I don't have much, because it was just like a event that things kept on happening, and yeah, it was unfortunate, but I had a great time. The Washington DC SCCA group is great, no issues, very relaxed event. If I needed help, I had help, and it was nice. It was good to kind of get some of the intercooler pipe issue resolved. I kind of wasted like a session, maybe like a session and a half, kind of losing power and stuff, but other than that, I had good seat time. I had fun. I learned a lot about the car. So yeah, I really want to do more HPDs, but honestly for now I don't have tires. It's not safe to do events with those tires. So anyways, yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. I have a bunch of HPD videos coming through, clips, I'll have full session videos and also like fastest lap. If you have any other questions, just drop them in the comments below. I will be doing some more videos on like around maybe brakes and different things. Yeah, I have more stuff coming through, so make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.